I just discovered Diarrhea Core, and bro, let me tell you. Okay, I have a bone to pick. I don't want you sitting on my throne again. I just noticed this thing with like mainstream music and subgenres that are not mainstream that like get brought into the mainstream. Okay. I'm 31, right? So when I was like 17 or 18, around that time is when I discovered dubstep because of I don't remember if I discovered it because of Scary Monsters and Ice Sprites by Skrillex, or if it was like the Crispy Inspector Gadget remix, or if it was Excision and Dat 6 Swagga song. It was one of those three songs. I feel like the Skrillex one is how I discovered dubstep, and then that led me to a bunch of other songs. So back in the day, right, I would listen to it and I'm like, this shit hard. And then, you know, other people would be like, this shit is weird. This shit is not hard. It did have its moment for a little bit where it became cool or mainstream or whatever. But now, okay, dubstep has evolved over the years. Absolutely. It's like a well-established genre now. And you just don't get the same innovation in sound design anymore, which is fine. You know, there's a point for music like that, you know? If I'm going to a show, you know, I probably don't want to hear the most heady, crazy sound design. It's more about the feeling and the simple rhythm of it, you know? But also, the thing I loved about dubstep, just I don't see it anymore. I don't see the innovative, crazy fucking sound design and experimental, because it's all packaged. Everything became fucking mainstream, and then there's labels for it, and then there's like, this is a certain sound, this is a subgenre, you gotta do this to be in this subgenre, and it's like just everything I loved about dubstep just went away. But there's still artists like anytime Virtual Riot puts out a track, I'm listening to it. Anytime Mr. Bill puts out something, I'm fucking listening to it. Excision, I'm listening to it sometimes. If Getter ever came back, oh boy, I'm listening to it. And, you know, Skrillex, I mean, of course, it's required listening. But, yeah. And I really do like some of the deep dub stuff, and I like, you know, like Tipper and Peekaboo, they got some crazy shit. So it's not, I guess it does still exist, but the reason I started falling in love with hyperpop a while back, like 100 gecs and stuff like that, is because that has the same spirit that dubstep had in 2010. Does that make sense? Because I try to tell people that, and it doesn't seem like it makes sense to a lot of people. There is a spirit of chaos and rebellion in certain genres of music when they're first coming out. Like punk, at first, is just like, what the fuck is this? Like the Ramones, but I never really got into like the old school punk, so I don't know any references. But I've heard some of it, so I know it was like more chaotic than it is now. And it's just, it starts out that way. It starts out as this cool thing, this innovative, and then the edges get cut off one by one, and then it eventually becomes this nice stack of just American cheese with a bunch of fake ingredients in it. It just turns into yellow number 5 eventually. And I don't know why I'm ranting about that exactly, but that's why. And I don't even listen to hyperpop like that. Like, I don't know a lot of hyperpop artists. I just like, but if 100 gecs puts something out, like, I'm gonna listen to it. And fucking, I listened to it, Alicia, Erotica, something like that for a while. And I heard a few Cottontail songs. It's been a minute though, I don't remember. But yeah, it's just that genre. And then sometimes I just put on a hyperpop playlist. But I just found out about Diarrhea Core recently because one of my subscribers submitted a song and called it Diarrhea Core, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I just put on a playlist of it today, it just makes my heart happy. It just makes me happy to see that there's still chaos and rebellion in music. Oh, but the whole spirit of it though, that's like, this is what happens. The fucking okay, perfect example, MGK with the pop punk era shit. Yes, a lot of them sound like remakes of Blink-182 songs, for sure. Absolutely, almost direct copies sometimes with certain vocal phrases. But I ain't mad at them, because I saw my friends, like on Facebook and shit, like back in the day, Blink-182 was new and it was innovative, right? And it was like, oh, this is cool. And then your parents are like, that music's stupid. And you're like, I like this music, fuck you. And then I see my friends who had that attitude about their music saying the same shit their parents did about the next generation's music. I'm like, did you just lose it? What happened? Did you just lose your fucking... I mean, everybody grows up and opinions change and stuff, but it feels like so many people get calcified so early, and I just don't get it. I don't get, like, yeah, you can listen to stuff that you don't particularly get yet, and it opens your mind. Yes, Diarrhea Core is very, like, chaotic, and it's fast, and it's not something you can really, like, do a jig to. I just said do a jig. The fuck? But it's not like... And yes, it can sound chaotic and be like, holy shit, the song is changing so much. But that's what I love about it. Like, shit like that literally makes me feel alive. And I feel like that is the spirit of rock and roll. It's the spirit of hope and change. And it's just, I just wanted to rant about that a little bit. I really fucks with Diarrhea Core. And I'll probably listen to it for like a couple months and then never listen to it again. But in this moment, I fuck with that. I just fuck with that. And this is what I don't understand. When I show people my song, Don't Believe the Hype, a lot of people don't like it because it changes so much. And that's literally, I think, one of the best songs I've ever made because it changes so much. It goes from like a boom bappy hip hop, but I'm like talking, not really rapping. And then it goes into a fucking, like almost a trap beat, like a dark trap beat. And then it goes to like fucking hyper pop and rage. And then it goes to another like trappy thing. Then it goes straight into rock. And then it goes into Brazilian funk. Do you know how difficult that is to pull that off? What was that noise? Oh, it's a train, okay. But, I mean, you know how hard that is? That's a lot of different genres. And they each have different rules about what makes them sound good. And I'm not saying I pulled off all of those rules spectacularly, because I was kind of bored, so I gave up, like, mixing the rock shit perfectly. I was like, fuck it, this is good enough. So... yeah, I just wanted to rant about the fact that music, we need to inject chaos sometimes. And I just wish more people had a more open mind about music. And I wish that there was more cool dubstep. I really do. I just listened to the Bass Arcade playlist and I'm like, none of this shit is hitting. None of it. I mean, some of the YDG stuff is like, it's kind of that middle ground where it's like, it kind of did something different where the sound design is a little bit simpler, but sounds really cool, because with the simpler sound design, I guess you can make like the sub louder. That's not how you park a fucking car. That is not. Now you gonna make me park like I ain't somebody who can park to accommodate for you. That's okay.